Hey guys, welcome to episode 4, Medical. When we talk about medical, we kind of did the legwork and put together an affordable medical kit that we call a vehicle kit and a home kit, meaning that you should have one of these in every single vehicle and your home. So one in your home, one in your vehicles. And I've actually used these. I had something very similar in my vehicle before we ever started putting them together and selling them for retail. So this bag, the reason why we chose this bag is you can pull out these straps and then strap this to the back of your headrest, okay? Just for example, this would be on the back of my headrest in my wife's SUV. So when we open the hatch, you're looking at a medical kit, right? And I've told the kids this, go grab me the med kit. So they run in there, they grab the handle, I'm gonna tear the thing, and they pull it away. That stays on the headrest, and then they bring me this. When they bring me this, we pull this open, we unzip it, and then all the stuff kind of just flakes out to where you can actually get to it and use it. Again, one of these per vehicle, and if it's something like a boo-boo, they can grab this kit and bring me that. If I say grab me some Band-Aids and Neosporin, they're gonna come back with just this bag, or at least get in it, whatever. They can pull it off of here, whatever. This is tape, so anytime, in a medical or emergency situation, some duct tape, there's a roll of duct tape, medical tape, and then crinkle tape. If it's just something, small, we can use that crinkle tape and not put the adhesive tape on something. So let's just walk our way down this. From here, we've got trauma shears. In the top, some trauma shears. They say to expose wounds. So if you got some kind of leg break, you need to cut that pant leg off, and this will do it. This will cut a boot off. These are very strong. There's other tools that they use for cutting that they claim are really good. It was hilarious. We had a competition in here. I think it was maybe me and Parker, I forget who it was. Two different people had, oh no, it was just Parker, had a competition with a razor cutter and one of this. This one actually won. The other one got hung up and all that stuff. So they're just fantastic. And EMS has been using that for a long time. So that wasn't a surprise. We chose not to put in the impregnated gauze that had the coagulating agent. Why is that? Because they expire. So they expire, and now you've got expired products in your vehicle. And really, if you hold pressure, these can be just effective. They're just not going to clot as quickly. So if you wanted to upgrade it, you could absolutely go to like a quick clot type gauze that have impregnated coagulating agents on there. This is a favorite in the medical industry. They call it Curlex. That's one of the brand names. But crinkle gauze. Crinkle gauze are very good for balling up and packing them into wounds. You can actually make a splint and a swath out of it. You can do a lot of things with this. You can make a compression type bandage. You can do a bunch of stuff, very absorbent, very strong, and you can lose them for a lot. Obviously, PPE is having some gloves that you can use, just for bloodborne pathogens, putting those on first before you're messing with something like that. We got a couple of these ice packs in here. These ice packs, you squeeze the sides of them, it busts to get the chemical reaction going on, and it's cold. A lot of times, the emergencies we're looking at are sprains, and the quicker you can get ice on them, the ICES is the acronym. So ice, compression, elevate, and splint. The quicker you do that, then the better the recovery process is going to go. So we got 2 of those in there. Then we get to the tourniquet. So having a tourniquet, some kind of tourniquet with a twistable windlass on it to put pressure on there is huge. So having those, to be able to use those and put those on, my daughter can put this on in 16 seconds, which means if somebody's got a massive bleed, a major bleed, they don't need a tourniquet, they need a surgeon. So we need to stop them bleeding right now or we're never going to make it to the surgeon, right? So we want to put those on there, know how to put them on. It requires a little bit of training. You can talk to us about that. I talked about the 3 types of tape. So this is for your vehicle and your home. Every single vehicle you own, have one in there, know how to use everything in it, and then have one in your home to be able to use that stuff. If you use it, resupply it and make sure it's good to go. Now, we're talking about an IFAK, individual first aid kit. This should be on your body, meaning you're not probably gonna walk around to work with this on all the time, but if you've got a gun belt, meaning you would grab that if things got really bad. This is the kind of stuff we talk about here. So we think about this, and we took quite a while to figure out what needed to go in here. So this is a North American Rescue. I think it's called a kangaroo pouch. On the outside, in this is a miniature version of those trauma shears to expose those wounds and be able to look at those for those medical emergencies. When you open it up, we came up with a standard that I borrowed from the GRS community, Global Response Staff, the CIA's bodyguards, is have 2 tourniquets on you at all time. At least 2 tourniquets on your person at all times. People don't understand this. This individual first aid kit is for the wearer. So this isn't for other people. When you're wearing it on your belt and you get shot, they're pulling your stuff out of your kit. So it's for you. All right, so having 2 tourniquets, if you have multiple wounds and you only have 1 tourniquet, it's bad. If you do have, a wound, this is a cat, North American Rescue cat tourniquet. We took it out and we sell it together because we wanted to keep it as small as possible. So this actually goes on your belt. We have a retention system for that where it doesn't fall out. That's your quick draw tourniquet. This other kit has the RATS tourniquet. The RATS tourniquet is very effective. It's it stretches. It's better for small children because this one only goes down so far. So if you got small children, you could pull this one out instead and have that option as well to put that on correctly. Okay, we've got the wound packing gauze. Again, a different variation. They're either Z folded or S folded, so you can pack this actually into a wound. I believe these have the blue line. That blue line in there, if you pack it into somebody's wound and they get to the hospital, it's just going to look like a big old mess of blood. So these have been left inside people before when they got sutured closed. If they X-ray them, that blue line is going to show up. So that's what is it, radio opaque? BK. Okay, that sounds smart. Is that right? Is that a word? Cool. Well, it is now. Cool. All right. So radio opaque, meaning the X-ray, you're going to see that blue line and you're like, hey man, I left in that whatever. And then obviously they won't tell you. They're just going to get it out. So you never knew. This is a emergency trauma dressing that we put in there, so you can use that to, for your trauma for abdominal wounds or whatever. You can use you can turn that use your tourniquet over top to compress it. This is what we've got that the other ones don't. I'm not going to pull them out, but it's 2 hyphen chest seals. Now this is why we learned a lot from the wars. When the wars are going on, we're seeing the wounds, and it really advanced. This TCCC thing that everybody's talking about, the new thing, it's not new at all. It's been around 25, 30 years. It means just a doctor grabbed it and then exposed it to the community. They go, hey, look, this is new, and thank you, Dr. So-and-so. That's not new. Special operations have been doing this a long, long time. Now, the problem, we went immediately to tourniquets and brought that back. It was taboo when I was in the Boy Scouts or whatever, Cub Scouts, I guess. But these are back in a big way because they're saving lives, right? But one thing that we didn't really get from the battlefield is a lot of people are wearing body armor when they're soldiers. So there wasn't a lot of chest injuries comparatively to those massive bleeds that were to their limbs, right? So we're not walking around. Right now, I don't have body armor. BK might, but it doesn't look like it. It's just, that's all you, baby? That's all you? Okay, cool. So meaning that if you get shot, it may likely be in your chest. And these chest seals are going to make sure that that air doesn't sneak into that pleural space and cause problems like a tension pneumothorax that could kill you. So knowing how to use these, it's very fast. 1 on the entrance, 1 on the exit. You might have to burp them or bleed them, but you're going to get some training to understand how to use that. So that's becoming more and more prevalent, saying that, hey, you might want to throw that in. They don't take up a lot of space. There's 2 of them in there. So that's why we added them in the IFAK kit. So this medical stuff is stuff that you really don't think you need until you do. So this could be a traffic accident. This could be an act of violence. This could be a slip and fall. Just using the Neosporin, like I said, the Neosporin and the Band-Aids, thankfully that's what we've used, but we did have a member 2 years ago driving to North Carolina on vacation and a vehicle had flipped. He used a tourniquet to instantly throw it on there and EMS showed up 25 minutes later. Okay, so in my opinion, that saved a life. So that's amazing stuff. Knowing how to use it's going to be big. Have it on hand is going to be big. September's National Preparedness Month. Now's the time to look at this stuff and place it in your vehicle. Then pray to God that you don't need it. We offer Stop the Bleed classes right here in this room periodically. So check our calendar. CPR, first aid, AED, and Stop the Bleed. All those classes we offer here. Look us up at ableshepherd.com. That's ABLESHEPHERD.com. All right, guys. Love you guys. God bless you guys. Until we see you in class, take care of one another.